Hey, it's Anya.
It's your girl, Nadia.
What's up, guys? It's Trent.
And I'm Ramesh, and we are The Community. We're covering the latest in pop culture, politics, and everything in between. Let's get started. Good day, and welcome to another week of The Community. We are here in another week of quarantine. So let's dive right in. And team, tell me. We stated in weeks 1 and 2 about some quarantine hobbies that we would have taken up. Who has been sticking to those? So let's start off with Anya. I know you were speaking about your fitness journey in week 1 and telling us all of the different activities that you did. How have you been sticking to
that? Good one. The workouts I've been sticking to. Okay. I've been consistent with my workouts. Now I'm not doing the 2 days anymore. Okay. I'm just sticking to one once a day. But my reading, after April, I haven't picked up another book. And you know, I had a lot planned. I honestly had a lot planned. I was motivated for this free time, and I was going to do certifications, get myself together, and I just I feel like I had a mental breakdown about last weekend. It was just like, oh Lord, my free time coming to an end. What have I really done? I don't know. So I'm just the workout part of it. I've been keeping up with most of it.
Okay. Trent. Okay, oh, sure, Nadia.
Wow, embarrassing. So what I've done, I committed to working out. That's not happened. Okay, so there's that. I'm not gonna lie. But what's interesting is that I have a really good friend. She's a friend and colleague, and she's so inspirational, so motivational. She hypes me up every day. Shout out to Stefania. To just do little bits and pieces of workouts. So I did actually, I'm taking it in stride. I'm like, Anya, I feel like we've been on summer break and we about to go back to school, and the teacher's like, hey, where are you with coursework? And you're like, sis, we didn't do that at all.
I remember that assignment.
I don't even know what you were talking. That was 3 months ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. But I have been actually keeping up with cooking, which I'm pretty excited about, because when the lockdowns end, I can save a good chunk of change by cooking and doing meal prepping rather than buying takeout all the time. And I've actually been reading a lot for the past 2 weeks. I've been reading some different books on my phone. So I've been downloading reading apps. So that's been pretty good. Anya, I think my Sims are dead, but that's life. And I think that was all I did. Oh no. So the course that I had to do that was work. I actually am almost through with it, which is ironic because they sent an email saying that the course is not going to be available to me after June 1st if I don't finish it tomorrow. So I'm going to be finishing that course before June 1st.
Okay, so there's actually one additional thing that a lot of our viewers have been asking. How has the quarantiner experience been going? We haven't gotten an update.
That was a goal for me, hasn't it been? Okay, so in a nutshell, right? And I know you guys always see me doing something completely different every week. I'm never just sitting down. I'm currently washing dishes. So with my quarantiner, I have actually met a lot of interesting person. If this was rated TVMA, then we would have gotten into that, but we won't. We're going to be TV today. So it is interesting. The persons I've met persons that are in Florida, Texas, Tennessee, and Nassau. Now, I will tell y'all, let's be real. Quarantining with Nassau people.
Interesting.
First of all, their names are not even a real name. It won't be like Michael. It'll be like Free Boy Polo. And you're like, or Teflon Don. And you're like, okay, so definitely not going to swipe right on Teflon Don, because I don't know if he's in a gang and will kill me. So there's that.
Teflon is a traitor.
Let me tell you, Teflon Don also looks like he's in high school but saying I'm 35.
He's about 17.
I will say that I've gotten one green light based in Nassau. He's really cool. And for right now, we're just talking as friends, nothing more. And it's pretty interesting, So the next step would be if we just randomly plan a meetup. It's obviously going to be outside of lockdown, not within the time frame. And it'll probably be somewhere extremely public with like my friends in the back of me. Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, so 1 out of 1,000 guys. One.
Hold out that faith. Trent, we were on the health, we were on the workout, we were this TikTok motivational speaker, and then we're also pursuing certificates. Where are we in our journey?
Well, my weights have rusted, to be honest.
What?
I cannot do it in this heat. I cannot do it.
It's hard.
Wouldn't you lose a lot more weight with this heat, though, or no?
You upped up the energy, though.
You could just lay down and eat all day.
Yeah, so I've been using my TikTok platform to conquer my public speaking fears and anxiety. So I'm using that platform to uplift others and help them with their insecurities. I really enjoy doing it, and I really love the feedback from it. And as far as school, I was being Mr. Overachiever by enrolling in 4 very tedious courses, and I dropped one. I finished the entrepreneurship, and now I'm going to finish my leadership. So that's going okay. I honestly have until October to finish that because I actually paid to do it on my time.
Oh, not the free certificates like we did. Okay. Okay.
Let me tell you.
Yes, I have until October.
So me, I feel like I took on a very ambitious quarantine. I started out, I said, exercise every day, no breaks, bam. Cook every day, in the hot kitchen, get it. Take on 6 certifications, you can do it. So, let's tell you Let's tell you about this journey. Workouts have been to the point where it's like, okay, get out of bed. It's 1 o'clock, you're supposed to work out at 10. Get up. So I've been doing my workouts, but it's been a struggle. It's not been that passion that I started out with.
Yeah.
Cooking has been reduced to 4 to 3 times a week. That every day in the kitchen thing was not cutting it, especially it is only May and we are definitely in the heart of summer. It is hot. So being in the kitchen with all of the flames from the stove and the oven, it's...
Look at me sweating, and I only washing dishes.
It is too much. I am so sorry. I could not keep up with it. Okay, thanks. Out of my 6 certifications, I dropped it down to 4. I have completed 3, and I'm about to finish the 4th one.
Okay.
Overly ambitious with that as well. But... being the ambitious person that I am, I've taken on a new project. So in the first week, we spoke about persons that have gone on to remodel their homes or do some DIY projects. So I looked in my room and I was just like, I am tired of this room color. I'm tired of my room looking this way. It's been this way now for 6 years. So I've decided that I'm doing a complete remodel of my room.
Wow.
Yeah. New paint color, going to upgrade my closet, and just redesign it. I am currently on Amazon. My items are in my cart. I am about to press purchase. So I'm excited about that journey for once those items have arrived.
Love it. You are definitely ambitious.
Yes, I take on that title. I try my best. Shoot for the stars. You may fall on the moon. But at least you're still in the sky.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Do you guys feel like there was pressure once we found out that we were going to go on quarantine? Did you guys feel pressure as though, okay, well, I have all this free time now. I don't have work distracting me per se. I should be productive, do things, start this business, remodel this, read this. Did you feel the pressure? Like you felt like everybody's doing it, so you feel as though you have to do it as well, because when the time is up, now you don't have that as much time now. Would you feel like you regret it or you whatever?
I felt it. Mainly because I know we are definitely a democracy and everybody has free speech, but oh my goodness, the Facebook pastors and self-proclaimed therapists talking about how if you're not thinking of an entrepreneurial business during this time, then you wasted quarantine. No, boo. Some of us legitimately just wanted to rest. Some of us just wanted time to literally understand and know that this is real. What are we going to do to get out of it, or how do we get out of it? And some of us don't even have a good homestead where you want to stay. Like work may have been like your escape that you didn't want to be in. So I think there was a lot of pressure from those type of persons making you feel, I guess, or trying to make you feel small if you didn't think or dream that big during this time of global crises. But I felt bad for like a day. And then after that day, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
I feel like the most important thing is your mental health and doing with what makes you happy. If you can't do a course, don't do it. If you're not in the space mentally to complete a course, don't do it. If you feel like you need to rest and that's best for you, then do it. That's just how I feel. I don't feel like we should be putting pressure on anybody to do anything. We should do what makes us happy and challenge ourselves if we can, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when it first started, I didn't feel the pressure. I was like, oh yeah, everybody's like, you got to do this. I didn't feel it, but then midway through, I started to feel like, am I doing enough? Am I taking advantage of my free time? You know, because when I go back to work, typically by the time I'm done with work at the end of the day, I'm tired, so I don't have as much time to do anything for myself. So, like when I said earlier, I had like a minor mental breakdown because it just felt as though, okay, now I'm going to 2.5 months of being home. What is it that I actually did? You know, but I don't know. I guess now I'm kind of back in a normal mind frame where it's like, it's okay if today I just want to lay down and watch TV all day, you know?
Yeah.
So I just
But it depends. I think it also depends on if you see. Another thing is that did you give yourself a goal, or did you give yourself a timeline or deadline to complete something? I think that's different. Like if you decided that you wanted to work out every single day and you were very consistent during the first couple of weeks, and then you started to drop off, the fact that you're still working out once a week or twice a week is still progress. You're still doing something.
Still persevering.
That's different. Once you give yourself, once you had control over what you wanted to do during this time frame, then that's great. Even if reading some of the comments on Facebook and person saying it make you say, oh, well, I actually want to think about what kind of job I want to do. The mere fact that you would research it but not stress yourself out about the fact that nothing has come to fruition, I think is a good step. I think it just comes down to you putting pressure on yourself to complete something based on the peer pressures of somebody else. Yeah. Like once you do it for you and you take my friend told me every single day you can do something in a process. And it could be something as small as just picking up the phone and calling Inland Revenue to see what the process is for a business license. That's something that you did every single day. So it doesn't have to be these monumental things. Yes, Uber and all these other places came up over the recession, but still,
Yeah, so for me, I do feel like a lot of persons on social media add that pressure. You may not have wanted to, your goal for the quarantine may have truly been to relax. Some persons have been working every day up to the quarantine. So it may have been, this was their vacation that they needed, that getaway. And going on social media, it's like, really, you're going to take this time to not do anything with your life? This is a time when you have freedom to do everything that you always wanted to do, right? But in reality, what I wanted to do was relax. I wanted to clear my mind and essentially recharge so that once I get back to work, it's like I'm a new, fresh me.
Yeah.
However, yes, at a point earlier on in the quarantine, I'll say that I did feel obligated to do something
productive. Yeah.
I also feel like as it went on, though, is when it changed to, okay, I want to do this thing, and that's why I'm continuing to do it. Yeah. So I feel like earlier on, it was the push, but it has transformed and morphed into, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm happy doing this, so I'm going to continue doing this. Yeah. All right. So let's start the show off with our quarantine of the week. So this past Friday, the former Vice President of the United States of America, Mr. Joe Biden, went on the popular radio show The Breakfast Club and made quite a controversial comment. Take a listen.
Well, thanks so much. That's really our time. I apologize.
You can't do that to black media.
I can't do that to white media and black media because my wife has to go on at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run. Come on. Take a look at the record.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Anyway, thanks. I will come back.
All right.
I look forward to seeing you in person.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay, pal. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Charlamagne.
Well, I personally think that Biden thinks that he is Bill Clinton because, Bill is the honorary first black president of the United States. And I can need him to know that title has already been taken. He can't take that title. You understand? No one gets blacker than Bill. I mean, look at him. He even weasels his way out of an affair. Like, historically, y'all black men do. So y'all just be thinking about this equality.
Question. Do you feel that because he was the second in command to the first black president, he feels that he has this get out of jail free card, or he has this ticket to the picnic table?
Yeah, yes, definitely. I'm not necessarily in jail, but he has a certain level of comfort because he probably had some chitlins and some green beans with Obama.
And because he was second to Obama, people are going to forget about his past. They're going to forget about how he played a crucial role in segregating schools and not providing superb education for black areas. Mm-hmm. They're going to forget the fact that he worked with racist senators until his constituents was against it. So because he has that tie with Obama, people are going to forget all of the things that he used to be a part of.
Yeah, I think not you, Trent. You remember
the black vote?
Not you. You remember?
I remember. I surely do.
A few weeks ago, Diddy was on I think it was his YouTube or his Instagram Live, and he stated that the black vote isn't for free. It's not something that you can just automatically have. So yes, Joe, he may be down for the people. However, he can't just assume that because a person is African American that they're going to vote for him. The comment to say, if you vote for Trump, you ain't black, that ain't it.
No, not to mention, there's more than just the black community that Trump has offended. There's persons of color, period. Mm-hmm. So you have your Latin Americans, you have your Asians, and Asian actually means, not just Chinese and Japanese. You have Indians and you have persons that live in the Philippines, and those are considered Asian. So persons of color, the fact that he assumes naturally that sis over here about to vote for him because I'm caramel means what?
He's a little too zealous.
Yeah.
I also he's a little too. Yeah, he is very confident. But in addition to that, you're not telling and I can be proven wrong, but he is not stating what he's going to do for the Black community. He's still just feeding off of, I was a part of the movement, that was my boy, I voted for him.
Do you know what I think his weakness is? I think he is not, it's a weakness that another leader of another nation that we're very familiar with has. He's not the best speaker, and he doesn't know how to articulate himself. So
I also think that he has a big shoe to fill, because even though Trump ain't really like, it's easy to kind of upstage Trump, at the end of the day, you were second in command to Obama. So my assumption, if I were to vote for you, is that you would have or have learned something, the same mindset, the same characteristics, the same platform in some sense. And so that's a big shoe to fill. Like, you really got to be, I don't know, unless Obama going around campaigning for him, I don't know.
I think you need to work with a
speaker already, though.
So I think.
I feel like he had to.
But he hasn't campaigned.
Yeah, I feel like that was a
I think he
have
would do
to
that, though.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind now, we are in May, and elections for the U.S. is in November. So campaigning actually should have been going on now if the coronavirus wasn't, happening. So it's going to be rough. I'm going to be paying attention to the American news quite attentively, because that's going to be a battle. I mean, he's going up against Donald Trump, who himself, keep in mind, these comments were made on Friday morning, and by Friday afternoon, Donald Trump had up on his website, "You ain't black enough t-shirts for sale." Okay? For his supporters to purchase. Okay, so you are going up against a man who is going to use every word that you say against you.
These t-shirts.
Listen,
using their black people.
Trump is not afraid to get dirty. And the sad reality is, I could be real.
Everything is about him.
The sad reality is, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins again.
I wouldn't.
Because Trump literally says and does what a lot of humans in the world subconsciously want to say and do.
Yeah, he's saying you want to.
But when he did the airstrike in, where was that, Iran? Where was that? Afghanistan? Where was that? When he did the airstrike and took out the rebel leader, right? That was like a win in his book, because that showed the American citizens that with all of our presidents, right? With all the persons we've had in power, with all of the wars and the battles that we had via terrorist attacks and social media and blah, 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 Donnie was like, he don't got time to slap up.
Yeah,
he could just slap up.
Yeah.
He pressed the button and he blew them suckers up. And all the American people, majority of them, and I don't even care if they don't agree, but I know that they do inside, all they were thinking to themselves were, oh my God, here's a guy who actually is going to do exactly what he says if our country feels threatened.
I think that's, I don't want to say that's a saving grace, but that's one of the things that sets him apart from a lot of persons. He's going to act on what he said he's going to do. He's not going to second guess or try and figure out, are you going to be happy with my result? If I say, in order for my country to make $1 million, we have to transfer babies and luggages. Well, we transfer babies and luggages because I need.
He has lied to his Democrats, though. He has been loyal to his Republicans and doing what he said that he would do, but not his Democrats.
Remember now, Democrats are most likely your persons that are going to, the Democrat Party would have said, let's have a communication with the rebel before we decide to blow him up. Trump is like, nah, we're going to blow him up because he's going to sit in our face and lie anyway. And if we don't, he's going to blow us up first. Like, case in point, there was a statement made where he literally said, doesn't matter what happens, America's not closing down again because the economy needs to rebuild. And I'm going to tell you, the majority of the Americans feel that way. Like, at the end of the day, the disease is viral and deadly, but they ain't making no money.
Ask China. Ask China.
The
I was like, he did it.
Have you all seen some of the viral videos of how some of the Americans are carrying on who really don't want to, let's say, wear a mask or social distance?
People are fighting. They fought in McDonald's.
Why are they fighting?
They don't want to wear a mask.
I saw this lady.
Them are privileged conservatives that are only thinking about themselves.
So I watched a video with Karen. So Karen went to this convenience store, and the security guard was outside, and he was like, "No, ma'am, you can't get in. You're not wearing a mask." Mm-hmm. He said, "You are an idiot. You're an idiot, okay? You're inhaling your own oxygen and you're dying. You're an idiot."
Karen said.
My mother would agree with Karen, actually.
But they're intentionally coughing.
Mother will agree. Mommy works in the hospital and she completely agrees. That is not sanitary. The filtered masks are different. Everybody does not have a filtered mask. Everybody has these cloth masks that have Gucci on the front because they want to look cool, or they have the surgical mask that again is not super filtered. Mommy disposes of those surgical masks at work literally every couple hours. So the fact that you wear one the entire day, inhaling your same stink breath, is going to make you sick. Furthermore, in our climate, you can't be walking downtown in this heat in that mask. You will literally pass out.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't. So mommy would actually agree with Karen.
That's why I stay home.
That's why you only go out for essential purposes, which means you only wear a mask for about an hour and a half. You go do what you need to do and you come back home. That's not for you to be in the street all day with a mask on.
And you're supposed to wash your rewashable mask.
However,
leave that in the car.
I have seen that, Anya. I have seen people put it on the mirror, the rearview mirror, and let it dry out in the sun for the night. And then they go back the next day and they throw that sucker on. They say because they need to remember it for when they go out.
Their mask since they got it. And they didn't wash it when they got it.
That is nasty. Okay? But yeah, so Karen, just like one of you said, decided to cough. She's like, see, you aren't sick. And I'm like, yes, Karen, now you made me sick. I don't know what you got. Like, you need to stop. You need to stop. There was another video with these nurses and doctors in the road. They were protesting. So they were at these different stoplights, and these trucks kept driving up and was like, get out my way. I want to drive on my free road. I have freedom of speech and freedom of movement. Let me get on the road. And the doctor was like, can you stay home for me? She said, I don't care about you. I want to be out on the road. I was just like, wow, she don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't care. So there are persons who, I don't know if it's the quarantine fatigue or if it's just, something's not right up there.
I think people are literally going stir crazy. I think that it's, I also think it's because there's no real solution. There's no real plan forward. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, you have me sitting inside, but you ain't really telling me anything. You're just telling me to keep wearing a mask, keep wearing a mask, keep wearing a mask, keep wearing a mask. Okay, so can I just road with my mask on? Because there's literally, I think the frustration from persons around the world is that there's literally there's no vaccine, right? And we're realizing it day by day that there's probably never going to be one. There's none for influenza. There's only antiviral shot. That's it. So it may be the same flipping thing. There's also no cure for AIDS. So it's not impossible that there won't be a cure for Corona-19. But I think knowing that, in tandem with the fact that you ain't got no job, in tandem with the fact that you tired of being home and walking to your living room every 3 hours, like you tired of that, on top of the fact that people out there probably ain't getting no sex, so they ain't releasing no stress, on top of the fact that they ain't got no gym to release no stress at, ain't nobody trying to garden in their backyard because the foxes is coming and dig up their backyard. So people just tripping out. They just need to get outside. Like, they're done. They're absolutely done. And if you can't give me a valid reason as to why I can't be on this road, it's a problem for me. Yes, I love doctors. I got a lot of friends who are doctors, but you stand in my face telling me to stay home for you?
And for that reason, and that reason alone, is why I feel like Trump will get a lot of votes. Because he's making the tough decision to say, listen, get back out there, just stay safe, try, but make me some money.
Yeah.
Get me my money, but stay alive.
Yeah, stimulus checks coming out.
Exactly. I gave y'all $1,200. Now y'all do for me.
Twice.
Do for me.
Twice.
He did a second round.
Because they didn't have, I think they thought that they would have had a vaccine. But remember, like, if y'all follow CNN, Trump is hilarious. Deadly, but hilarious. Like, he literally, apparently in the first viral or vaccine meeting, he went around the room. Everybody gave their, like, comments, all these great pharmaceutical companies, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, like, everybody. And all of them was like, we can have something for you that's probably positive within the next 12 to 18 months. He looked at them and was like,
that's not enough.
When the man say I could get something to you within a month, he was like, hold the phone. As in 30 days, done. And he funded this man, Moderna. Moderna does not have a single product on the shelf, okay?
Moderna didn't start their work yet.
And they funded them, what, $100 million? They don't have no products on the shelf.
They moved to Mexico.
Funded them.
That's how you finesse the wife.
Just because homie said 30 days.
30. He realized, hey, they ain't saying the right numbers.
No. Johnson & Johnson said 12 to 18 months. Trump was like,
we could guarantee you that one.
Next. Homie said 30. So if you notice, yesterday, I don't know if you guys follow stocks. I do. Yesterday, Moderna, the same company, their stocks skyrocketed when some information leaked that their clinical trials have proven positive. However, they plummeted at the end of the day. I think they skyrocketed to like what, $90 a stock, I think. And when by time as they plummeted based on other experts coming in and saying that's not possible, it can't be, they plummeted again. However, Moderna during the skyrocket and the plummet made $18 million on their stocks. Profit.
That's how you do it.
Finesse the wife.
Listen,
it's all about the economy.
2020,
they don't get no vaccine.
2020 has definitely been a roller coaster. And a group of people that have definitely experienced that roller coaster are our 2020 graduates. So in the US, in June, they will be having a virtual graduation hosted by none other than our president, Barack Obama, and the First Lady, Michelle Obama. There will also be a number of celebrities that will be featured on this virtual graduation ceremony.
Is Beyonce going to sing Savage? Because I'll be there if she does.
Ironically, Megan and Beyonce have been signed off to headline the graduation. So potentially, Savage may actually make an appearance at that graduation to be the first promo for that song. So
I'ma be there in my clothes, makeup
what are your
on,
thoughts?
eyebrows done.
What are your thoughts on this virtual graduation and your thoughts on us doing something similar over here? I haven't really heard anything happening with our graduates here in the Bahamas. Graduation is quickly approaching. June is almost there. But I haven't heard anything about what that process is going to look like. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think the virtual graduation is a good idea. You want to celebrate those children that have worked so hard, through the school year. Just like all of us want to be celebrated once we've reached that milestone in our lives. It's the safest way for right now. I saw online though there was some schools that did like a carmencement, so you remain in your car. Yeah. But your teachers and your principals, I guess, once you pass, they'll give you like a little certificate and a little gift, something like that.
Yeah, it's a big diploma.
So I do think that we should do that. I think we should do that here in Nassau, but I don't know.
Okay, so like have the people park in the name order. So like your car is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just drive. Okay, that's pretty cool.
So for those of you who don't know, I have a 17-year-old child that lives with me.
Oh my God.
Not by choice. So yeah, I look good for my age, considering that I will be 30 again in in 3 weeks because 2020 wasn't it, and I'm not adding a year to my life when I didn't really have a
You
year.
gotta subtract these months back.
Daddy, okay
So,
right now.
So this is your second time.
June 15th will be my 30th birthday again.
This is your second 30th birthday or your third?
My second.
I'm only asking.
I'll have you know that when I go on LinkedIn, I will be unliking every video that you posted.
That is so mean.
Moving along, I have a 17-year-old daughter down in her room. For all of those who have high school kids in their house, I don't know how they sleep the whole day and then wake up and be tired. But anyway, their school actually said that they had the two options. One was a virtual ceremony and one was a commencement on their field. So they gave the seniors an opportunity to vote on what they would like. I think the majority of them voted commencement. But it's just, we have to see. I haven't heard anything yet since. They did take photos, I think it was 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. They took their graduation photos at the school, which was actually done really, really well. You had a time frame where you would actually go. So every student had a 15-minute time frame to be there. You drive around like a commencement, actually. You drop the kids off, and by the time you get to the end of the drive-through loop, the child is back downstairs.
Okay.
So
yeah, I've heard that some schools still did the photos, which is good. They just broke it up into, like Nadia said, smaller time frames so that it's just that child and the photographer in the room, and then they leave. Yeah.
Well, for those of you that didn't know, I'm a 2020 graduate. Yay. And I just won my photos. I just won the photos and the degree. I don't need the ceremony.
But have they given you any updates?
I never walked for my LLB actually, or my master's. Did I walk for my? No, I walked for my master's. I never walked for my bachelor's. Wow. I wanted to get home and get my job. Wow. Facts. Okay. I sped home. Like on top of that, I would have had to pay summer rent just to stay for the graduation. And the way my savings account was topped up in England, sis was on the next thing smoking after my last class. Straight to my job. I think I came home to Nassau on a Friday, and my job started on Monday. I was playing no games.
Love it.
They mailed me my diploma job.
Yeah, so for me, I think innovative ways of doing it is a great way. So like a commencement, you don't necessarily get to sit next to your classmate and be like, girl, yeah, we do that. But you get to still have that experience, you know, you can actually look through the car window and be like, you know, and have that fun. But just recognizing them, like you said, this isn't a milestone. This is something that you've worked the majority of your life for. You've been in school for 17 years. So to miss out on that opportunity, that's not cool. So I'm glad that these different institutions are taking the initiative to have these virtual graduations and these commencements and coming up with great ideas to make the students feel special.
Now, what I will say is that God was on my side this year because he knows how much I'm trying to save, right? So he brought Corona.
So you don't have to pay for prom?
Accurate. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
You say that.
The hair, the nails, the dress, the...
Watch this right now.
The
all of these schools, if you were thinking about having prom, let me tell you how you can have prom without having to spend money on the dinner. So what you do is rent out a big parking lot. Put up barricades where persons can park their car behind. You have your limo drop you off. You do walk and you do your walk and strut. You go back in your car and then you go home. That's how you do your prom. That way Nadia can go and buy Danielle her beautiful dress, get her hair done.
Ain't happening. All I was saying was, Lord, you know best. Who am I to stand in the way of what God wanted? What he wanted was to ensure that my savings would remain intact. A random set of what, maybe $1,000 if I'm lucky, because for some reason prom photos are out of this world expensive. Makeup, nails, hair, dress, prom tickets. Prom tickets. Oh.
Did everyone in this group go to prom?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go.
Mine ran me into $700.
Are you like these anti-fun graduation persons?
No, I'm not an anti-fun graduation. I just didn't. Well, the school I went to, we didn't have prom. It was called Scholars Ball. So it was like our version of prom. It was an Anglican school. It was like so. Prom. But my graduating class, we were bad, and so I think they canceled it. So we didn't even have it in general. I think they canceled it.
Ours, we had to do ours on our own. So
definitely.
Yeah, we have to pay for our own, so nobody could cancel nothing. Now I will say this: I actually did not attend after party prom. I will tell y'all this story, and y'all gonna laugh. Me and my cousin was well, it was always a plan. As you all know, you always have after party at prom, right? You go to prom early, you see everybody, you hug, kiss, drink, dance, but you ain't drinking because you have teachers there to chaperone. But you really know that the after party is where it's at. So me and my cousin, we got to prom separately. We had fun, and then I think our mom came to pick us up because we told her to come for us like in a proper time. Because we know parents think you can't come home after school haven't talked, but you're going back out. So we was like, let's leave around 10, 11, and then get ready so we could be leaving out the house prior to midnight. Now, keep in mind, during high school, always out. Let me tell you, always out all hours of the night straight, right? We graduated high school, obviously, because this is prom. We got home, and we were getting changed. My mother came there to meet us because I think my cousin's mommy picked us up. We all were there, and so we were rushing in the room. And my aunt was like, "Well, where are y'all going?" And we was like, "We gotta go get ready because her older brother was on the way." So we called his name. Like, we're gonna get ready because he's on his way for us. And my uncle was in the living room. He hadn't spoken the entire time he was there. You know, he was laying down watching TV. When I mean he rose like Lazarus from the dead. He was like, and he called her name. He was like, "She isn't going anywhere." And we were just like,
but we just graduated.
"What you mean?" And that's all he said, and he laid back down. So we looked at my Annie, and we was like, and she was like, "You heard your father. You're not going anywhere."
Oops.
So she was livid, and she looked at me, and she's like, "Well, does it make sense for you to, get punished on my behalf? So I'll still tell my brother to come, and y'all could go out." My mother turns to me and goes, "Oh, if you're not going, she's not going."
Ouch.
So we were the two losers
who left prom early.
And didn't go away. And see everybody texting us, "Oh, where y'all is? It's lit. Where y'all at?" I had to pretend like I fell asleep because I was too embarrassed to say my uncle, not my daddy, my uncle told me.
We know
nowhere. So I pretended to fall asleep, and I couldn't understand how a graduate was being forced to stay home when my whole high school career, it was lit. You understand? I trying to understand what happened, but that was a night. So I've never experienced the after prom lit parties.
What about you, Trent? How was your prom experience?
I had a lot of fun. I didn't expect to. So my school only had prom because academically everyone did well. But the prom was nothing to brag about. It was just it was very monitored. You couldn't do anything out of the way.
So like all of your principals and your teachers and stuff were there, or was it just like a few?
Right.
Because
they were right there. I didn't get best dress because I wasn't the most popular guy. I got second best dress, even though I was the best dress.
Me and you have an issue.
I was the best dress. I was the best dress, but I didn't get it because the other guy was more popular than me. It was a popularity contest, but that's fine. I got second place.
So
hold up. What did the best dress win?
I forgot. I honestly forgot, but it was a nice prize.
But you sure as hell didn't forget you didn't win.
Exactly.
So
because he wore a pink tux.
What? Like that?
It really didn't look
I'm
good.
trying to figure out like a light pink or like a fuchsia.
Light pink. It didn't look good. It looked like he went in his father's closet and picked out
retro.
a jacket
with
retro. A pink shirt.
What did you wear, Trent? What did you wear?
I wore apple green. The coat was black. Okay?
So, Trent, you and homie both came there looking like y'all roll out of a Skittles bag.
No. The internal part of the ensemble was green. The coat itself was black. The pants was black. It was really nice. I'm leaving the show.
I need you to show a picture. Like you need to show.
I'll show you a picture. I don't know. I'm not gonna explain these kind of things because I'm not a fashionista, but I'll just show you it.
Okay.
You sure? Because from what it sounds like,
my mother dressed me.
Should have won. Oh, your mother dressed you. Got it.
Yeah. Did you want to wear apple green or just what she said you had to wear?
No, she asked me what color I would like to wear, and she helped me put things together.
Well, for me, my prom experience was pretty awesome. So I was in junior achievement at the same time. So prom was at Breezes, and because I was a most distinguished achiever nominee, we were having our Breezes stay away. So for me, I had to wake up from 7 o'clock that morning because I had to go get a haircut and then go to my Breezes stay away. Now, anyone knows that if you go to the beach or the pool, that if you stay out in the sun for too long, you turn a certain color. So I was doing my best. I say, you know what? I ain't going in the pool. I ain't going in the beach. You know, I could be in and outside. I only in high school, so they ain't giving you no drinks, so you couldn't drink. So just in and outside, drinking soda, playing pool. So time for mommy to pick me up, gone home, bed, get ready. So for my colors, I wore cream and orange. I will tell you now. I will insert the picture of me here now. However, before I show you, let me say, I went to prom when I was 17, not when I was 45, okay? I am happy to say that I had a glow up from the time of this photo to where we are now, okay?
Jesus.
I have
in my mind, I think that I thought that pimp canes were still cool. And I thought that wearing shades in the night was a thing.
Because your future was so bright?
Yeah, you know, like I thought that was a thing. So when you look at this picture, remember, 17-year-old, okay? However,
thank God for beards.
I will say, Trent, me and my prom date did win Best Dressed Couple.
That's nice.
She got a $100 Jumbo gift certificate, and I got a $100 Shoe Village gift certificate. So that made my prom experience even better because, you know, I went there thinking I was killing it, and though looking back, it's like, what the hell were you doing? I obviously did something right. So yeah.
I'm gonna allow my photo to be shown as well, or we'll just let the viewers decide if I look nice or not.
Please put down in the comments, either me or Trent, tell us if we went to prom together, who would have won the Best Dressed Man that night. So now.
Well, unlike every other lady at prom, I did not go with your stereotypical, colorful dress. Mm-hmm. I actually went more with my Asian roots, so I went completely Oriental. And I wore gold and black. So I will show you guys my photo now. So I have it right here. Yes, I was that thin. So there I am.
We'll also insert the picture.
That pose, like that's a famous pose, boy.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
And you see, she went to a studio for that. Okay? I surprised she ain't leaning on the white pillow, you know. You just have the pillow when you put your hand on.
Here's my date. I also have my date photo, Neil.
Ooh, he's cute.
Wow, Nadia with not locks.
I know. Everybody's like, you didn't have locks? I'm like, no. Me and Neil. Shout out to Neil.
You guys have brought me so much joy. But another thing that's going to bring me so much joy is going to be the Hercules live action remake that Disney recently announced. So, if you remember the movie Hercules, there are 5 beautiful Black women that are the muses for the musical. They sing a number of songs and tie the movie together. So, who do you think should play the muses in the live action remake? I've definitely done my research. I have my list together, but let me hear your opinions.
It's okay. So I'm looking at the muses now.
It's 5 of them.
I know how much it is.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, Google it up. Okay, so I'm looking at
my 5. Let me see.
Okay,
the one to the left. So the chunky one would definitely be Lizzo for me.
No, I'm thinking the girl from that
Glee.
You mean Amber Riley?
Amber Riley is definitely a part of the muse. I'm sorry.
That's true. That's true. I'll take it back.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Like, if she's not in it, I don't want it.
Beyonce is definitely in it.
Do you think Beyonce will take that role, though?
The reason why.
But Beyonce can't compete with the likes of, like,
Okay, hold on.
I want to see Kelly Rowland in it. I don't have a list.
The only reason I said that is because I'm going to be real. I am a Disney freak and I love Bee. I'm not a stan Bee. Like, I'm like a worker Bee in the hive. I like up there. But she was horrible in The Lion King as an actress. I did not like it. However, because the muses in Hercules don't really act, they sing the entire time, is why I wouldn't have a problem placing her in. If they had a more acting role, then I would not have.
But this movie is for them, right? So they're going to have an acting role.
No, the movie is Hercules.
Remake.
Oh, this is a Hercules movie?
Yes.
I thought it was like a muse
movie.
What you gonna talk about the muses, Tran?
I don't have... So let me just get mine out of the way because mine is long. I don't have a list, but I would love to see Kelly Rowland in it. I would love to see Kelly Rowland.
Yes, Kelly can sing too, but when I'm thinking of really good,
I think about powerhouses as well.
Right, I'm not thinking.
Yeah, but powerhouses will not take that role if it's not a lead role.
A lot of powerhouses, unfortunately, don't have the career not to accept this role. This is the role of a lifetime for them.
Well, actually, let me hear Anya's muses and then Ramesha's own, so I could see if I actually agree with it.
My 5 would be Amber Rose.
Amber Riley.
With.
Because Rose ain't coming down.
Amber Rose was definitely not. Amber Rose be right there in the movie theater. Yeah, she'd be right there in the movie theater watch it.
Amber Riley. I have to drop Vantasia in there. It's just Vantasia.
I like that.
I'm not a big Brandy fan. I don't know. For some reason, I think she would be a good fit.
Brandy been going a little off recently, man.
I put Monica in over Brandy.
I could say Monica.
I put Monica in over Brandy.
I had Monica too.
Monica can't sing no more, allegedly.
Monica too.
Oh no! Don't do that.
To tie it off, because I was going based on looks as well. Like, how do you match the looks? And to tie it off, I think I would go with actually like Yolanda Adams.
I have Yolanda on my list.
He looks like the one in the middle with the hair.
She is.
That style, like she looks like that.
Oh yeah, it does look like her.
So
what about you and me?
From left to right. Left is definitely Amber Riley. She has been partnering with Disney for quite some time. She has just been killing it. Like, if she's not cast, I really have to speak to them.
Grand Hill wife, to me.
Oh no. Next, go ahead, Ramesh.
Next to her, I had Anika Nani Rose. So if you don't know who that is, that's the voice of Tiana. She's the voice of Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Yeah. She also was in Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
Right. She is a great voice.
She's a really good singer.
She is.
She's underrated.
Correct.
Yeah.
She also has Disney roots, so that's why I feel like she can tie in there very well. Center stage, like I said, is Miss Yolanda Adams. I just feel like that richness of her voice is going to help it. One that a lot of persons don't think of, but actually would make an amazing muse is Keke Palmer.
Yeah, she would. She have the sauce for it too.
Exactly. You need that energy, you need that flair, and I feel like Keke's going to bring it.
I love
Does
me
she
some
have
Keke.
the voice?
Keke has the voice. She actually did.
She can sing.
She has music, but can she really compete with like Yolanda and Amber Riley?
So if you watch the Disney sing-along, she actually covered Zero to Hero, I think, in the Disney sing-along in the second version, and she did a really good job.
Keke has confidence.
Yes, and that's what you need for that role, especially.
To balance it out, and I agree with Ramesh, while you're having persons who are just singers, like your Yolanda Adams, you also have to balance out with persons who are singers and actors who have a little bit more speaking scenes, where you balance it out with like your Amber Riley and your Keke Palmer and Anika Nani Rose, because they actually have acting experience along with singing.
Right.
So they know how to balance it out.
Yeah, because for me, Yolanda, the tall person in the center, she doesn't necessarily have to have that flair. She just needs to be flowy and goddess-like.
Just the presence.
Right. Whereas the other ladies actually, busting those moves and getting like, okay, right, The last person I have currently is Jennifer Hudson. The thing is, I don't want to have too many powerhouse voices in it, where it's like, I need that high note. And then it's like, no.
Any high notes.
Yeah, I need them to be able to mash well together. So I am hoping that if that is the group that they select, that the ladies actually match their voices well. I know for sure Amber can do it because she has been in Glee, so she knows how to blend with in a musical. Anika Nani Rose can do it, and Keke can do it because she's been on Broadway. So I just need everybody to get on
disagree. I want to see them shout and be divas.
No, I don't need divas.
She had done it inside Dreamgirls. Jay had to do it.
That's true as well.
She had to have allowed Beyonce to be the powerhouse. She had to. Because based on not because it was Beyonce, but based on their roles.
Yeah.
She had to. She had some breakout songs, but when they were Dreamgirl, she had to let her.
Would y'all be surprised if they cast Mariah?
Yes.
I
wouldn't be surprised.
I would.
I probably think people above that.
I can't. No. She wouldn't think she's above that. One, it's Disney. Nobody is above Disney. Second of all, she has kids.
As well as she's a Disney fan.
Every person who acts in a Disney movie loves the fact that they could sit down with their kids and be like, "Do you know that that's mommy? Mm-hmm. You look like a superhero." Except the Rock's daughter, because the Rock's daughter to this day still don't know that he was Maui in Moana. Okay, because he had a problem with that. He was like, "This is the 300th time I've sung the song, and she still don't know it's me." He was like, I don't get it.
My issue with Mariah being the center muse is Mariah will only be able to do the high note at the end. She will literally be lip singing for the rest of the song, and she will only be able to do the whistle. That's
her and Monica. I'm sorry, Monica.
Monica have a voice. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Did
that
you listen to Monica lately?
Watch Trent get canceled. You can cause us get canceled.
You
get canceled and we ain't even get established yet.
Yeah.
Press the button to quit the show.
Man, I gotta
find dream girl.
Well, Disney, if you are listening to our podcast, you heard our suggestions. We hope to see these beautiful Black women hit the stage. When you recreate Hercules, I definitely will watch that in the theaters. Once we have the go-ahead to re-enter theaters. Or I can watch it on Disney Plus whenever you allow us to do that in the Bahamas. Keep us in mind. We have been waiting. Yes, we sure have. All right. Thank you so much for watching our podcast. This is the community. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that that bell so that you can get notifications once we post. Also, like us and follow us on Instagram at the.community. Thank you for joining us and have a great day.